Well, the largest school district in East Texas says there are more bilingual students than there are people certified to teach those students. As more non-English speaking students enroll in Tyler ISD, the district is acknowledging the need to hire more teachers. The director of bilingual and ESL programs for TISD says they had to increase the number of applications to the state specifically for English as a second language teachers.
Part of that is we said we increase our expectations across the district and the required amount of teachers that needed to be ESL certified. As we're seeing our emerging bilingual numbers increase, then we're also saying, okay, maybe more teachers should be ESL certified too. More teachers need to understand how to properly serve our students.
Sent down to the state.
In order to have enough teachers, the TEA is allowing districts to hire teachers who do not yet have bilingual or ESL certification, but those who are working toward it. Last year, Tyler ISD was granted 33 waivers for ESL teachers and 4 exceptions for bilingual teachers.